this is my first co-host session.
And my first time at AI Summit.
Nice to meet you, Tania. What aspect of fashion are you most interested in?
One possible big loser will be the tech industry.
And he can do a little bow.
Such a good boy. We are at the AI Summit right now in New York, where the brightest minds and industry leaders come together to shape the future of artificial intelligence. How these groundbreaking innovations are transforming industries and paving the way for a smarter tomorrow. This is the Rubis Show. Join me. I'm not alone here, and today I have my co-host. It's AJ Bubb, who's more passionate in AI and in tech. I'm so happy to talk to you.
I am really excited to be here because this is my first co-host session.
And my first time at AI Summit.
Yeah, so we're all experimenting with this, which is really the foundation of everything. Like, how do you experiment? How do you have fun? And then gems come out of that, and that's our goal.
Okay, we have 2 days ahead of us of AI Summit. I'm a new person here, but you are experienced. What are you looking for here?
So the speaker lineup for this event is incredible. One, being in the room with them. Two, hearing what they have to say. But then three, the one-on-one interviews that we're going to get. I think it'll be outstanding.
Okay, let's do that. They're gonna literally take my hand and walk me through all this Java Center. We are here. I'm so excited. Hi, Spot. Oh, he reacted. How do you usually communicate? He can't hear me, right?
No, so Spot doesn't take any audio input or give any audio output. Mainly the communication happens through this tablet, and we can control its movements through the tablet here.
He can be my pet at home to listen to me, to hear me, like usually have these dogs, robots.
Yeah, no, not in that sense. So Spot is mainly focused on movement and kinematics. So he can do dances, for example.
Can we ask him to dance? It looks adorable.
And he can do a little bow.
Oh yeah, you're a good boy, Spot.
Yeah.
Such a good boy.
Yeah. And then when he's done moving, you can pet him if you would like.
You're a good boy, Spot. Thank you so much. You're a good boy. Can I give you the toy? Spot, this is for you. Thank you so much. Thank you. You're good. You're good. How AI is shaping the way PBS tells story and connects with the audience?
Well, PBS is trying to stay true to its mission, to reach a lot of folks in America and connect them with really great content that is both educational and enriching so that we can help the American public learn and be inspired. And so we use AI in lots of different ways to do that. We use it for personalization so that people get the content that they want because they see something that they like on PBS, a certain program or a show, and then they might also like another show. But we're also using it as ways to help us with idea generation and to figure out different ways we can make our workflows better internally for our productions.
Will it help to deliver high quality product?
Absolutely, yes. Generative AI and AI has the potential to do lots of different things so long as we do it carefully and responsibly and as humans. But for us, it will help to deliver better content, get our content to our users and our viewers so that they have a more rewarding experience at PBS.
Talking about potential, what potential do you see in it?
For right now, for today, in today's tech, there's lots of great potential. You can use it for image recognition as well as audio recognition. So for us, that means we can take the data that the AI models can learn and use that to help serve things back to our audiences. So for example, if it sees like something that's British and quirky and wild, we can use that as a way to promote that to a user who likes shows like that.
AJ, your turn.
I'd love to talk a little bit more about the recommendation of content since you brought that up. So another conversation we're having, we're talking about the algorithmic bubble, right? So getting trapped into something where, hey, there might be a curious mind. Like that happens to me. I'm curious about something, and you feel Google nudging you to say like, no, you didn't mean that. You meant this over here. So, how does that play into what PBS is doing, what you're doing, and the recommended content that you're producing and suggesting?
We're trying to be really careful and smart about it for sure. And obviously the models are what they are. So there's only so much we can do. And as I was just talking about, we need the right foundational layer of data in order to make it work. So a lot of what we're doing is about data infrastructure, is about setting it up so that the models can perform better, right? So if we don't have the metadata, we don't have a foundation, you've heard the garbage in, garbage out phrase, that's what you're going to get. But also, I think what you were alluding to, and correct me if I'm wrong, AJ, is that we want to make it a really rewarding and rich experience for people. And sometimes when I'm watching other streaming networks, they give me recommendations and I'm like, why am I being recommended that? So we're trying to be really smart about where we insert it in our apps or in our search methods so that it does deliver good recommendations.
Clarice, so with your experience in financial assets, what do you see as the most significant shift happening in financial system right now?
I would say that the most significant shift we're experiencing is the incoming of generative AI, right? So since late 2022, we've sort of been riding the Gen AI wave, and I think that what we're seeing across financial services is banks and other financial institutions trying to enable sort of more efficiency, operational and otherwise, using generative AI, but also exploring use cases for value generation as well, not just cost cutting. But more so, I think that within that realm, particularly I'm interested in how we can tap into these technologies as well as other emerging technologies such as blockchain, which has been in existence, and sort of we see crypto coming back into the scene, right? It never left, but I think with what's been happening in the past couple of weeks since the US elections, we do see that crypto is here to stay. It's evolving, and I think the final form of crypto that we're going to see is yet to come. We have things like CBDCs, central bank digital currencies, which are still being worked on at the governmental level. We have stable coins, which are already enabling bank-to-bank transfers, cross-country, cross-border transfers. And then we obviously have the likes of Bitcoin, right, which to date is still more of, I would say, almost like an investment instrument, but we're still working towards it becoming an actual means of payment, right?
Do you believe in the future of crypto? Do you think that it will replace the real money?
I don't think so, because I haven't worked in this space at the World Economic Forum and really haven't.
I'm thinking, should I put more money in it? Should I invest in it?
Like your advice. We're trying to move from crypto just being an investment instrument and an asset to it being an actual form of currency, right? That we can utilize when we go to Walmart and places of that nature. I don't necessarily think it's going to replace fiat currency just yet, because as I said, at the governmental level, they're working on sort of a type of digital currency called central bank digital currencies, and we also have stable coins which are pegged one-to-one to existing currencies like the dollar or the euro. So I think right now we're in a hodgepodge of currencies. We're still, to see what eventually happens, but I think that crypto is a player, but I don't necessarily know that it's going to replace fiat currency.
Such a relief. Of course, my question is about the market. How is AI helps investor to change their decision, to make their decision in the frame of unpredictable market like today?
The main challenge, I would say, is to find arbitrages or new arbitrages. That's a big topic. And the reason people should look for that, it's basically because it's a low-risk strategy on a risky market. That's number one. And number two, it's a very profitable strategy as well.
Talking about inflation and global risks, how AI help investors to navigate their economic times.
So I think it helps. We've been developing a research topic around that. I would say that the main risks we have on the pipeline are the geopolitical risk. That's a big risk. The second one is a purely economic risk, which is inflation. It's something that will be on the table for quite a long time. And the third risk is something completely unpredictable. So we don't know, like the COVID and we really don't know. It can come from nowhere.
Could you predict what industry will suffer in future in 2025?
We will have a lot of changes on existing industries and new industries coming. I believe that the bio industry will be a big winner, and one possible big loser will be the tech industry the way it is right now.
Really?
Yeah.
Is everyone just saying that it's going to be the winner?
I see every year new companies like NVIDIA, which didn't start yesterday, but it became the most traded stock at New York Stock Exchange, and that was not forecastable like 3 or 4 years ago. So we will have new industries on the tech sector coming with new ideas.
Let's say I'm a big investor. Could you advise me right now where should I invest my money in?
I'll say that the bio industry is the number one.
We just finished the first part of the summit. So what part of it did you like?
Definitely this idea behind AI and social good, right? And we've gotten to the point where connectivity is a human right, but now knowledge is a human right. And how does AI democratize that and enable people to learn things that they otherwise wouldn't have access to?
I found this robot. He can hear you. You can talk to him. You can change faces, ethnicity, language, the accents. And I just can talk to him like it's a crystal ball. And I picked the Italian guy, Leonardo, who lives in New York, and he's a fashion designer. He knows everything about fashion. So let's see if he is ready for the upcoming season in February for New York Fashion Week. Hi, Leo. My name is Tania. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Tania. What aspect of fashion are you most interested in?
You are a fashion creator and designer. What is going to be in trend in 2025?
That's a great question, Tania. I believe we'll see a fusion of sustainability with bold colors and experimental silhouettes, as more designers focus on eco-friendly materials.
Oh my God, you impressed me. As a designer, how can you understand if your client loved your dress or not?
Understanding client satisfaction comes from observing their body language and listening to their feedback. If they wear your piece confidently and with joy, you know you've created something special for them.
So you really can learn humans' behavior and you can understand their emotions?
Absolutely. Fashion is a form of self-expression, and by paying attention to how clients respond to designs, I can better capture their emotions and preferences in my work.
Do you have an Instagram account?
I'd love to connect on Instagram. You can find me under my name, and I'll be sure to follow you back.
Thank you. Don't forget to like me and comment. How is AI helping better understand and address the unique needs of patients across the country, especially across the different demographics?
So first of all, AI is kind of up in the value chain. It's helping us find what drugs to go after, right? Like, so there's a lot of efficiency that AI can unlock on identifying what the right products to even bring to market. Then there is a lot of AI that gets used in identifying where our patients are, right? What the access limitations are, and how we can kind of get the right message to the right patients and the right doctors, right? So that they know about the life-saving medications that we provide.
How do you see AI supporting the development of personalized medicine?
Personalized medicine. So not my area of expertise, but I think if you look at a lot of work where the field is headed, right, especially in areas like oncology, there's a lot of focus on targeted therapies, right? So it is like custom therapy that is built for you. I think Moderna and Merck had a vaccine last year, which was for cancer, right? So it's very personalized to you. So a lot of AI gets used in building these personalized therapies, looking at your gene sequence. These are like big data that you need to analyze and identify, right? So I think that's where the field is going to be headed more and more.
I'm scared because with all this AI transforming the production process, like editing and writing and all this process for media, what does it mean for the future?
The future is that it's good for independent filmmakers. It's going to give us a lot more tools that'll help our stuff look almost as good as studio productions, which is really important. There's a lot of AI-first studios now, like the one I showed you, Machine Cinema. That's a little scary. I don't know if I want to watch full AI content, but they're farming themselves out for things like Rubis. So what I think it means is more content made faster future. And yes, there will be job upheaval.
What do you do for filming or for like film and media?
So I'm a documentary filmmaker by business. Most of the way I use AI is transcribing all my footage into subtitles. And so it's really helpful.
But when we're talking about the replacing people, like replacing the actors,
I just don't see
I'm
it.
gonna be quick.
I think we might see some, but the market will have to tell us. We don't know. I think people like knowing the actors are real. That's my gut.
Human being, sure.
I like meeting people on the street. We live in New York. I think there's going to be some of it. And I think a lot of studios want to save and make money. They're money making. That's why all the films right now are so terrible. They're all remakes because they're so scared of losing money that they'll do anything to save money. I think the big studios are going to invest a lot and lose, and a lot of independent filmmakers are going to come up, which is what I want. I'm manifesting that.
I don't know if I'm more excited or more scared about what the future with AI holds for us, but let's see how we as humans can adapt, innovate. The possibilities are endless, and so are the questions. That was the Rubis Show. Bye.